Howdy there, y'all. Yamasaki here. Welcome back to the channel, and today is just gonna be a vlog. Because guys, spring is on its way here. Got some nice blue skies. It's been warm pretty much all week. And that means I'm gonna start making more videos, because most of my videos pertain to stuff that you can only really do outside. I mean, you can't really fly an airplane in the house, you know. In fact, what I've been doing is pretty much I have been working on my old Hobbyco Superstar. I just got the receiver in there. I mean, I had a receiver in there, but it wasn't hooked up. I don't know what the hell I did to it, but I put the receiver back in, put a battery in there. I also put a strap right there. Hopefully I can fly her today. Everything seems to be working. Engine's free. This is the plane I'm always gonna fly come around springtime, the beginning of good weather, because nitros, guys, nitros are finicky. They're heavy, they're fuel powered, so they could die in the air at any moment. You'd have to dead stick. They're just a whole other plane in general, and you just gotta learn to master them. And these old trainer high wings are really good to get you back in shape. You know, they won't do aerobatics or anything, but they're just a good Sunday flyer, as people call these types of planes. You know, if you're good at flying and you fly 3D and stuff, you're probably gonna end up calling these trainer high wings Sunday flyers, because they're just good airplanes to just go out, take out, and fly for a day, you know. But aside from that, guys, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this video started and just, I don't know, just tell you guys what's gonna go on as the weather gets nicer. So stay tuned. So it's actually a couple days later, because I got sidetracked with friends and all that. Had some family members come down, stay for the night, so I wasn't able to finish this vlog on the particular day that I filmed it. So it's a couple days later. That's not going to stop me from explaining to you guys what's going to go on. As like I said, as the weather gets better, I'm going to hopefully start doing more videos. But anyway, I just tried to go and fly the Hobbyco Superstar. After a couple of attempts, I have given up because the prop shaft nut is coming loose every time I spin it over with the torque motor, with the starter, unfortunately. I even put some thread lock on it, and that also didn't work. Either I put too much on and it still wasn't fully dried, or yeah. I also don't have the prop washer that goes in front of the propeller, so that might also be a problem, but I guess I'll just have to diagnose it later. But yeah, one of the fly-ins, the Cody Wyoming fly-in, that was the only one I was able to make last year. Link will be down in the description below to it. They're really fun, just a bunch of people who have a interest in RC flying and the hobby, and they just get together and they fly for a few days on the weekends pretty much. First one will be coming on the first weekend of June, so hopefully I will have some planes ready to go by then, and I can go have some fun and fly. A lot of these gonna do a review on. That I got last year. Coleman mini bike. Did a bunch of crap to it, and I'll show you that in another video. You guys, some of you may remember this from the Yamasaki show. It was like the second video I ever made, but it was of this thing right here, the old 91 CT70. Let's see if she actually fires up. She always fires up pretty much first kick if you put the choke on her. These things are indestructible. Let's see if we can start her up. one kick. She doesn't like to idle. I think the carburetor is becoming a little clogged. I mean, none of this stuff was here. I went riding, I rode it the other day, and there was some grease and some gasoline gunk forming on the carburetor, so I think it's got a tiny leak somewhere. I'll diagnose that later, though. But this thing's a tank. This thing's just a flippin' tank. Oh, and by the way, guys, anything that has these labels on them, it's just something I did on the old Yamasaki show. I just label everything. I do still kind of do the same thing, except it's more basic. It's just got Yamasaki RC on the label. But yeah, so you might be seeing some of these labels again, because I'm gonna do reviews on pretty much everything I did reviews on when I had the Yamasaki show up and running. But that's what it reads. You guys want to pause it and read it? But yeah, I mean, technically you could call Yamasaki RC the Yamasaki show, because technically that's just what it is with a different name. Pretty much. Need to get to work on that thing right there, the old 80 Toyota. It's been a project in the works for many years now. Just been too flippin' caught up with other projects and too lazy. I don't know what it is with me, but I just don't like working on very big things. With big vehicles, there's so much crap. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about today's vehicles and stuff, is they put so much electronics and stuff in it, and I'm not good with electronics, like wiring and all the electrical components within vehicles. That's just one aspect I'm really not good at. And then, you know, you just need heavier equipment, bigger equipment to work on these bigger machines. Whereas on these, stuff like this, and RC airplanes and ATVs and old lawn tractors, you really just need a basic set of hand tools and basic mechanical knowledge to keep these things running. That's all it really is. They're just tough machines. The lawn tractors, I'm also going to have to do a review on. Show you inside this shed here. This is my shed. It's got a lot of stuff. Dog on the other side barking. This was from the Mad Days era videos. Actually, this Princess camper stove. I have kept it all these years because I eventually want to get it running and functional. I have all the parts. They're somewhere around here. I don't know exactly where I put them. But we got this line, and this line connects right over here. But as you can see on this side, this is broken, and we need to flare it out again so that fitting doesn't fall off. Once that happens, I'm going to use that propane tank right there and connect this up, and the oven's not going to work. I have the actual element that goes down here. It's also propane powered, but I got rid of it. I'm not going to need it. I have all the coverings and stuff somewhere. Like there's the top right there and the side panel right there. Actually, all the stuff for the stove is right there. Might try and get this thing up and running this summer. You never know. Just been sitting around, but I have all my camping gear in here, you know. I like survival gear and stuff. Pot, binoculars, fire gear, pitchwood, all the good, plain old, simple stuff for bushcrafting and stuff. The Brinkman bullet smoker, done videos on that before. Actually, that was in the very first vlog I ever made on the Yamasaki show with Cupcake Annika and Nurse Mia. The old Clinton 700A right here, did a video on that as well. It doesn't really run anymore. We got it running, I think it's from 1946. Came off my family's ranch and I got her going again. It doesn't run probably because the float is collapsed. It runs for a solid second and then it just dies. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Just need to fix the float, I guess. There's not much else to show you. The chainsaw right there, made a video of that. Guys, I made a video on a lot of things. I'm just telling you right now. I got a lot of crap, and I just like showing it and teaching people new things, you know. It's never bad to know a little bit of mechanical skill and knowing how to use all these old tools. I'm old school, I guess, even though I'm Gen Z. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that I need to make videos on. Let's go take a look at some of the lawn tractors over here, including the go-kart. Need to make a video on this again. We've had this for a long time. Restored it. It was actually me and my dad's first restoration project. And then we got all these lawn tractors. Massey Ferguson loader, Cub Cadet 123, another Massey Ferguson 14 with a rotor tiller on the back. Good old Ford 122. That one actually runs. Except the actual gas tank and the grill is falling apart because I didn't bolt them down hard enough. There's one bolt without a nut holding the gas tank on and the grill's loose. So that's just perfect, isn't it? But yeah, we're supposed to get snow this week. Fantastic. I just want summer and spring to be here, you know, guys. You know, I got pretty sad come wintertime. I really did. Kind of lost my way, but as soon as the weather cleared up, I started getting happier. Because I can fly, I can work on my projects, I can do all that in the summer. Can't do that in the winter. Unless you have a shop with a heater and all your projects are in there. There's another engine I need to get going right there too. Old Briggs & Stratton. Not sure what it's off of. It's got a really weird starting mechanism. So basically, if you twist this handle, it winds a coil. You keep doing that, it'll soon get a little tighter. And once you do that, you got this switch right here. And it says start and crank. So you know what you do? You switch it to start. Can't, come on. Oh, it was off. It was already on start, so I gotta rewind the entire thing. Alright, let's try her again. On start. Well, you see it kind of moved. Needs a lot of twists and cranks to get a lot of tension on that spring and start it. There is one more thing that I want to show you guys. Aside from the Kawasaki there, the old dirt bike. She's not running right now. Took her up during a camping trip with some friends and I biffed it pretty hard. Didn't break anything, but on the way back also it wasn't strapped down properly. I know I strapped that thing down hard, but for some reason my kickstand broke. Actually, I'll go over there and show you guys. Right there, you can see I had to re-weld my kickstand on because it broke off, which is always nice. So that happened, and then the gas tank got banged up a lot. So did the fenders and everything else while we were hauling it back home. And there's a dent over here now somewhere right there, and it pissed me off. Like, I did so much work to this bike, me and my dad did. New air filter, carburetor. I have to find a new spark plug because that might be the problem why it's not starting. Someone on the video commented that the fuel injector right here can sometimes seep oil and it can become very hard to start. I went through the carburetor. I'm going to replace these hoses, these fuel lines and the fuel filter and all that. Clean it up, and I'll try and get her started this summer because I really want to ride her. But yeah, it's unfortunate. because this is my favorite bike by far. Anyway, back to the thing I wanted to show you guys. I made a video series about this particular machine way back in 2017. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it because winter was coming and I had to go back to Dayton, Wyoming for school, and it sat for 4 years until last summer. I did a little bit of work to it. You know, I had to do some good labor to it. Ordered a few parts. Now she's running. We still need to do work on it, but for the most part she's running. But this is the 1949 Ford 8N. She's in storage right now, don't have the battery in it. Carburetor was cleaned out. All I really did to winterize it was I took the battery out. I closed the petcock. I let it, you know, run out of gas, and then I opened up the little drain nut on the carburetor and let the rest of the fuel out, and so it shouldn't be clogged. But I've rebuilt that carburetor so many times, taken it apart and cleaned it, because when I was originally getting it running, there's a lot of crap in the gas tank, so had to get all that out, and now it finally runs. Burns oil really bad. Had to replace the entire valve, all the valves, because they were frozen shut and they weren't. It had low compression, that's why it wasn't running. I think it's still low on one cylinder because I did the old thumb trick, because I couldn't even get the compression tester from O'Reilly's to fit in there, so I just used my thumb. 3 of them had good compression, 1 of them was just way too low, but it runs. Got one of these so I can can't speak today, hook the few implements up we have, which is a plow and a dirt scoop. Had to get a new tire because the other one was completely just corroded away on the underside of the rim here, because it was filled with fluid, and these old tires can sometimes pop the tube. But as you can see, it's backwards. This is one of the original tires on it because it's forward. This one is meant to be on that side, but we got 2 tires for a great price, and I just needed 1. They're not the same size, but it works. Hydraulics work and everything, so I'm definitely gonna have to do a review on this when I get it up and running this summer. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. All I have to really show you. Got to go to work here in a few hours, but I'll try and get this video uploaded, which I will. You can count on it. You can count on it. But yeah, I think that's everything for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. Yamasaki out. See y'all later.